YouTube, we will be watching a video simply titled VTuber Hate. And I'm a VTuber, and I hate VTubers, much like every other VTuber. We hate ourselves. It is what it is. Why do you think we are VTubers? And plus, he's using like the Fallout Please Stand By thing. So this is probably about to be a W video.
If you don't know what a VTuber is,
You're a
lying
VTuber.
to me? After all we've been through.
Do you think he knows he's a VTuber? This counts. This qualifies. PNG tuber at the very least. And if you're going to say a PNG tuber isn't a VTuber, you're going to get cooked on Blue Sky.
After all the toxic, viscous filth that is the internet, we even talked about age regression and God knows how many VR chat videos. But if you don't know what a VTuber is, this is also my third video or something on the topic.
Third video?
To conflict popular opinion, I'm not a walking encyclopedia.
Who is this guy? Royalty is here. Never heard of him. But I like him so far, like a little British bird man.
On the subject. In fact, most information about the videos I made is involuntarily force-fed to me, probably causing pain.
Look, we already have hatred. Look above, look above. Hot take, his thumbnails don't hit. And the King Macon is a thumbnail creator. I think it's good. I will say it's like a little dark, but I feel like that's valid. I feel like it's the style he's going for. We don't all need, you know, like 100 max saturation to get the children.
My frontal cortex.
Hi guys.
I love Moodang, dude. He's the best. She's the best. Chibi's cool too, I guess.
The storage
Moodang.
of said corrupt information, but VTubers have been around for quite a while now. The concept somewhat started in 2016 with the VTuber Kizuna AI.
The
who
Fall
some
Guys
chromosome
skin.
deficient individuals thought was actually
Bro,
an
you know what blew my mind? When I realized her little headband is the VTube Studio logo. I was flipping out.
AI.
Whoa, she did it before Miko? No shot. That's crazy. Makes sense. I feel like most Japanese girls who hear fuck you will repeat it. I thought that was like Miko to the max though. I thought Hatsune Miku was the first VTuber making. Come on, brother. She's the first Vocaloid. Get it right, bozo. Actually, I don't even know if that's true.
Absolute cavemen.
Listen, don't shoot me. This is titled VTuber Hate. We need to be petty haters. Miko does it better.
No! You. Fuck you.
Sue me.
We do in fact, in the current era, have an AI VTuber, created by Vidal, and it isn't as charming as you'd think it would be.
A call between two absolute crackheads.
Who knew that forcing an AI to be a VTuber and giving said AI access to the internet, and let alone a Twitch chat, would make it slightly unstable.
You jiggle my insides. Oh. I guess you jiggle my software too.
The concept of being a VTuber exploded in
Hated
early
here.
2020, perhaps due to COVID and due to the fact that seemingly at
Yeah,
that time it
I
was
really do wonder if VTubers would have blown up the way they did if COVID never hit. I feel like it would have eventually, but it wouldn't be as big as it became.
rare to see a
Yet.
VTuber. And for some
Listen,
people,
bro, I'm a believer that like in the future, VTubing so beyond normalized, like super duper normal. Like in Japan, it's if you're like a YouTuber and you're using a VTuber, it's normal AF. In America, you're gonna get judged. They're gonna throw things at you. The normies will. They'll spit on you. They'll stomp you out if they can get away with it. They'll call you slurs. Like in Japan, it's just another day. One day in America, and you know the West, the rest of the world. America is the rest of the world. It'll just be normal.
it was instant success introducing themselves as a VTuber. But now we've got to the point where it's extremely oversaturated. Believe me, there is only a certain amount of species of animals you can make VTubers out of.
So
And I'm
true,
pretty
which
sure
is why I'm not a rat. I'm just a skull.
that every species has a VTuber representing it at this point. Even the fucking tardigrade
Bro, I thought that was
or
a naked
water
mole
bears
rat.
probably has a VTuber in the work. But the category has become oversaturated, to the point where no longer, like in 2018 to 2020, simply being a VTuber is not enough to make you popular anymore, and it is extremely hard to differentiate yourself with other VTubers and grow an audience in current times.
Listen, brother. You see it? Look at me. Look at them. Who pops? I'll shrink down to their size. Throw me anywhere on here. Who pops? I'm even smaller. I'm still the one popping. It's not because this has zero fidelity. Def not. This isn't in like 120p. I just pop. You see it? Close your eyes. I'm going to put myself somewhere. Open them. You'll find me immediately. Trust. It worked. I know it did. You can't tell me it didn't. With that said, since I am not, you know, conventionally attractive as a little floating skull rat, they still cook me on, you know, like the first appearance type of vibe. However, with this, I am overly saturated for the children. That is true, Macon. But with what he's saying, I feel like a lot of these dudes and women, dudes is, you know, what's the word? Gender neutral. A lot of these dudes, they are, don't shoot me for saying it, VTuber fans, like you get lost in the sauce. You know what I mean? You can't really point out too many of them. Like if you see them, you look away, you look back, you don't know who you just saw. This guy, you know this dude, you know this clown, you'll know me. Like a lot of them, they just kind of blend together.
To the point where you have neckbeards in your chat creaming over your streams and calling you their Urshi.
Get your boyfriend to do it for you. Here's the kicker, gamer. If only. Any volunteers?
But due to the popularity of VTubers and pool of personalities, VTubers have acquired some level of hate over the years. From saying it's not that hard to make content as a VTuber.
Dude, this got so much hatred. Not like the dude doing the official concert, but anyone who made a meme off of that dude doing the official concert, they were cooking them. They were going crazy. And let me just say something real quick. I always find it so bizarre when people are like, VTubing's oversaturated. Like, yeah, sure, brother. But at the end of the day, they're just streamers. And no one's ever like, streaming's oversaturated, when it is, obviously. So I always find that kind of odd. I guess if you're like being a VTuber in the sense of you're trying to like copy HoloLive and be like an idol, like, yeah, sure. But even then, you can still pop off. It's a hell of a lot less saturated than being a normal streamer.
Probably guys cosplaying as girls.
It's a dude? No shit. Guys, anybody that's role-playing as this is a
so true, Macon.
There were
so
some
true.
cases that happened.
Sometimes we don't want to be doxxed.
To the
It's that
people that
simple.
sit and watch VTubers are degenerate losers who only have one hand spare whilst watching. It's most definitely true as well, we just don't have any academic evidence to back it up. But today I wanted to talk about some VTubers in particular that receive hate for seemingly no reason, or were misunderstood in certain instances resulting in hate, and some VTubers that due to their antics and behaviour have only themselves to blame for the hate they receive.
Okay, this should be
No,
a
this is
fun
not
video.
another Nux or Mariner video, although they would fit in pretty well. First person I wanted to talk about is currently the face of the VTuber community, and that is Ironmouse.
Such a bold statement making, but no, honestly, so true. Ironmouse just chilling. She's just sitting there, being a sick opera singer who's healing. And you guys are hating on her? You might deserve to get shot for that. You know? You might deserve to get shot for that.
It's a streamer.
She's getting a ton, Calio, just for existing. Mainly from the Kai Cenat
Ironmouse
fan
started
base,
all the way back in
aka the normies.
August 2017,
We'll cover it.
streaming for 1 to 2 hours a day, which compared to her latest stream...
And why did she only stream for 1 to 2 hours, chat? Because she was too sick. So sad. But look at her now. You'll have to see it.
And your average Twitch streamer is fairly short, but there was a reason for this, as she had a condition called Common Variable Immune Deficiency, or CVID, where she seemingly had a lack of an immune system.
Believe it or not, worse than
Genetic
COVID.
disease. My body doesn't make antibodies to fight off infections or viruses.
Meaning things like a common cold, which is fairly easy for your average person to withstand, but compared to her is a hardcore run. This led her to be bedridden, isolated, and unable to actually go outside to meet people, as doing such things increases the chance of coming into contact with bacteria, and her lack of an immune response means it's a lot more dangerous for her to do that.
It's tough because I have limited contact with my family and like contact with my nurse and stuff, and I just have to be cautious right now.
Arguably, this is why she probably turned to streaming.
Macon just said, hot take, I like her original model more. And I'm sitting here wondering what the hell model he's talking about. She has like 18,000. It's actually absurd. I feel like if I was the richest person on earth, I wouldn't even do that. Shout out her though. She obviously likes doing it, likes giving back to the artist community and whatnot. But it's insane how many she has. The basic looking one, like the literal frame one they showed in the beginning of the video. Was that the first one? I couldn't tell you my favorite Ironmouse model. If I'm being real with you, there's like literally too many. They all blend together in my head. I do not know.
Something she could do from her bed, and was one of the only ways she could socialize. Only streaming for up to 2 hours a day, as she had to take her meds and was not comfortable doing that on stream. But
this one has like Bowser vibes, you know?
All of this, she still prevailed.
What a
Motherfucker was
queen.
on Dark Souls difficulty and still kept on going, and even showed off her talents like singing, which she was really good at.
Dude, honestly, her singing's crazy.
Damn. What's your excuse for being a useless member to society? And the fruits of her labour promptly started to show. She was able to reach goals to improve her work environment, like a bespoke bed that met her needs.
So I like to call my bed my workspace.
What's crazy is someone who speaks like that can sing like that. The range is crazy.
That's where I am all the time. I use a lot of pillows to prop myself up.
And later when she increased in popularity, due to the fact she was so talented and her personality, she was able to use her newfound platform to raise money for charities relating to her condition, and could now pay her own medical bills and pay for her rehabilitation so she can walk again.
Listen.
I think it is, Kalia.
I just recently gained the ability to stand on my tippy toes.
And even provide for her family that was struggling.
Gave to your parents is when you got rich as a streamer, you gave them money?
Yeah, I paid my mom's house.
Was that tight?
Bills. Yeah.
She also made friends along the way, more VTubers, and people like
She said
C-Dog.
her current voice is not her real one? What do you mean her current was when she first started streaming, was it? I feel like that's so hard to do. Like, imagine streaming for all those hours and you don't slip up. Like, that's crazy. I could never. Her finding her place with so many restrictions is crazy inspirational. So true, Poe. C-Dog's also a goat. Listen, he's like arguably the best British person, which isn't necessarily impressive. But like, even if he wasn't British, he'd be really high up there, you know? Shout out C-Dog.
Who you can see take part on her stream regularly. And then she surprised the internet by becoming one of the most subscribed Twitch streamers.
Major W.
With over 300,000 subscribers.
Now here's the hatred.
Beating Kai Cenat's previous record and translating to almost $1.5 million, and a majority was going to charity. She did this on a subathon, which is basically every time someone subscribes, it extends the timer of how long you have to stay alive. And obviously with her condition, this would have been hard for her. But she persisted and was live for a long time. But this is where the problems started. As for an extended amount of time, she was the #1 Twitch streamer in terms of subs, and had dethroned people like Kai Cenat. And she was now on a pedestal where people could throw their feces at her, as now being the most subscribed Twitch streamer, exposed her to a variety of people, most not knowing previously who...
Listen, I know Goku and DBZ, they've always had the pass. Listen, back in the day, if you're a boomer, you understand. If you watched anime, you were gay. They'd call you gay. They'd beat you up. But if it was Dragon Ball Z, you're fine. There's no problems. But listen, brother, it's 2024. You cannot rep DBZ and hate on the VTubers. I hate to break it to you. You gotta be a joke, man. Ain't no way. Skull emoji. Why does it say Kai Cenat? He's British. They're still learning how to speak their language, supposedly. I don't know about that.
Who she was, and just reading the headline that she had just beaten people like Kai Cenat, resulting in a lot of hate being sent her way. A lot from people not
In
understanding.
case anyone's mad, Cenat's like a last name. Actually, is Cenat even his real last name? Or is it a screen name? I don't even know.
How she had got so many subscribers, and some people not even know what a VTuber was.
Most subscribed Twitch channel ever. What? As she surpassed Kai Cenat's record. Wait. Hold the fuck up. What? What the fuck is this?
Me, when I pretend to not know who Ironmouse is, like, listen, little bro, we know you're on Kick. We know you're like being a weirdo, scamming children, etc., etc. But you are within the streaming realm. You know very well who she is. Stop being a bozo. Take the L.
I'm not even trying to be on no hating shit, but what the fuck am I looking at? Can somebody give me the context behind
Right,
this?
Larfo?
I saw this picture earlier. I thought it was like...
Remember when this buffoon tried to come back to Twitch and they were like, listen, brother, don't get me wrong, I hate Twitch, but Major W from Twitch for telling this dude it's not happening, stay on Kick, we do not like you, go enjoy your streams with P.O. Drake, you're out of here.
Mean. It's a dude? No shit. Guys, anybody that's role-playing as this is a fucking grown man.
But the hate persisted, and a lot of these people thought she did not deserve that #1 position because they thought she was not as good as their favourite streamers, even though most of their monetary gain was going to things like charity. This led to situations like Kai Cenat trying to calm down his audience.
Know your Twitch history and stuff. Ironmouse has always been top 5 all time. She's always been on the leaderboard all time.
So
You feel me?
true.
She's not nothing new. She's somebody I had to pass during my first subathon. She's always...
Mario asks, following that topic, is Noggin really a woman with a voice changer? And listen, fellas, I think it is time I finally come clean. I have a clip for you all. Sit tight. I'm going to move on to the left. The Noggin wearing the orange MILF hat is me. The green one is previous me, okay? Did me pretending to be scared scare you guys or not? Oh, I have insane range, GK. You know how most VTubers are 40-year-old men pretending to be women? I'm actually a 16-year-old schoolgirl pretending to be a man. There you go. And that was like a year ago, so I'm currently a 17-year-old schoolgirl. What are we gonna do? Secret's out.
She's always been on a leaderboard. She's been there if you know your real Twitch shit. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I know people are defensive. I know a lot of people defend me and shit like that. But Chad, if you actually looked at her stream and actually kept up with what she's doing, you feel what I'm saying? Not only was it for a good cause, but it was pretty well put together.
And people like Sea-Dog recently speaking out about the undeserved
Yeah, this was a
hate.
goated video. I wish I could have like reacted to this instead of just watching it because I had a lot to say. But shout out him once again, the greatest British person of all time.
This video is about one thing. It's about the weird blanket hatred towards VTubers. I've seen a massive, massive hate train against Ironmouse.
But what a lot of people didn't know is that when Ironmouse beat that record, it indirectly influenced Kai Cenat to start another subathon, using Ironmouse beating his record as fuel to start it.
Oh, he was.
Fuck! Oh, shit. Which created more entertainment for his fans, who a small amount were attacking Ironmouse. So she sort of indirectly benefited those that were attacking her with new content. Now when Kai started his subathon, he did beat Ironmouse's record by I think like 200,000, which arguably
I think it was
would have
more,
never
wasn't
happened
it?
if Ironmouse didn't beat that record. He also recently commissioned a VTuber model and did a collab with Ironmouse.
Hey. Ironmouse commissioned the VTuber model firm. Get it right, Mr. Royalty is here. I think anyway. Hopefully me correcting him is correct.
But in conclusion, a lot of hate that was directed towards Ironmouse was definitely undeserved.
So
She had
true.
definitely dealt the worst hand when it came to spawning in, but did not give up, and actually turned her situation into something positive, being able to pay her own medical bills, provide for her parents,
Isn't that
and
such a
provide
base
charity
story?
to people that are in the same situation she is. But as said, she in no way deserved any of this hate. However, one VTuber that arguably
Some of
did
them,
deserve the
Calio.
hate because they basically shot themselves in the foot.
I
and
thought it
it's
was
on
going to be Froot. it's the one we don't know the name of. All right, does anyone know what we were walking in on? A VTuber who 100% deserved the hate? I can think of a lot. They're mostly men, though. This doesn't look like a man to me. Larfo knows. She was on Twitter. This one was unhinged? Okay. Send it.
only happened
I have no
a few
idea.
weeks ago was Gumpai.
Oh, wait. Is this one who spams the N-word? This is recent, right?
Here, my little...
Gumpai is a small VTuber dog girl who only started in September of 2024 and has quickly found
She's the one who calls herself regarded, baby?
herself in many controversies.
It's not that? It's not spamming the N-word? Okay, I'm gonna let it rock.
Things she says with no filter. From her posting a Discord voice recording calling her fans the derogatory F-slur, usually assimilated with being gay.
Here,
Can we have her talk to the Goku Kai Cenat fan from earlier?
my little...
She is very quickly becoming the Leafy here of VTubers, but significantly
She attacked the dude who made the fan merch. This is her? This is her origin story? This is where she comes from? That's crazy, dude. That's crazy.
Yes.
Okay, I do know her then. I'm sure it's gonna be covered, but for those unaware, there's this guy who makes like plushies of VTubers. One of her fans ordered them, and he had extras left over, and like he put them up for sale, from my understanding, and she like flipped the hell out. I even think he contacted her about them too. They'll cover it.
Hate streaming. I hate streaming and VTubing. I hate VTubers. VTubers
True
are
though,
ruining
like
my life.
true
Every
sis.
unfunny female VTuber who replies to my tweets deserves to get killed by a sledgehammer. I'm gonna buy a sledgehammer on Temu. I'll make sure it's wrapped in microplastics, and I will wrap that sledgehammer around it. I'll eat them.
Jesus. Any of you getting a weird attraction to that female? Based on what she just said and the fact she acts like a psycho, you need help. You need Prozac. But apart from these type of things she says, she began getting piled on by almost every other VTuber for a very different situation. So this all started when Gumpai outed one of their fans, making off-brand plushies of her
Here it
VTuber model, and
is.
advised that people and other VTubers ban this person from their Discord. And then went on to say that the quality of the plushies were low quality and, in her own words, Temu tier plushies, and was roasting the person's creation. But the reason that person actually
I really do wonder what type of person she is, like, genuinely. What makes her this way? Like, you see what Boot says? She truly thinks she's so edgy. Like, she's obviously trying extremely hard to be a maximum edgelord. But, like, I just wonder what happened to her to genuinely make her this way. Like, saying all that unhinged garbage, like, that's whatever. But attacking the little plushie making, man, that's like some real hatred in your soul.
made the plushies was due to the fact that they weren't taking commissions.
You see, Larfo, Shando's actually funny, though. This girl just spouts out garbage like, I'm gonna wrap a sledgehammer around your neck. It just doesn't hit. Shando says that the women who make their husbands into cucks, she says they deserve to be beaten. And that's way funnier. That's peak comedy. Specifically when it's said like in a little soft voice and there's proper comedic timing behind it. Me repeating it's probably not funny, but if you've seen the clip, insert here, YouTube will see it.
So what do you think of men who get cooked?
I think that's really sad. They should, can I say that?
What?
I think they should beat their wives.
It's mad funny. This just isn't funny. It's stupid.
And had complete.
You laugh at her, you laugh with Shonda. That's the difference.
Completed a previous commission of Gumpai and had leftover material and plushies, so they joined her server to see if anyone else wanted one, obviously with monetary gain as a benefit. But obviously Gumpai was not happy with this person, and the main reason behind it became clear in the next few tweets she was releasing. And knowing the personality of Gumpai, she would add some more tweets about the person creating these plushies as well. In her tweets, she would emphasize that
also, let me just say, I have like a lot of hatred for Mayo, so her sitting next to QP Mayo all the time like does not help the case.
Making no money from this whatsoever, and wasn't even getting any free stuff or free plushies from this, which seemed to be her main problem with this situation. And I think even if this person was handing out these plushies for free, she would still be mad. But that is not all she had to say. Once again, we're dealing with VTuber Leafy here, and she decided to take it a step further, going after the country the guy was from, saying $1 American is enough to live off in Vietnam.
You see, like, if it's France, we let it rock. If it's England, we let it rock. You can't go after Vietnam. Listen, bro, they cooked America in a war. You gotta put some respect on that.
For an entire week. Now, the person that made the plushies did apologize, but the VTuber community was on his side, basically saying this would have been flattering for any other VTuber, and they were by no way means in the wrong.
Peak Mario, peak.
However,
there you go. There you. I don't even gotta show you. There it is.
They should beat their wives.
However, Gumpai did not agree. Now, let's play a game. Which one of these do you think Gumpai responded with? A, she realised she was getting a lot of backlash, so she made a public apology. B, she doubled down and blamed the VTuber community. C, she did nothing at all. And D, she went live and started crying, saying everyone was being mean to her. Submit your answer now.
I'm going with B, fellas. I hope it was also D.
If any of you answered A with the prerequisite statement I gave, you are the reason we need natural selection. It was B. She doubled down. More accurately, she said the VTuber community was big R-wording her, basically saying she was not to blame, and it was kind of everyone else's problem. And then there was like another tweet where she agreed with another VTuber saying the N-word or something.
Oh, there we go. So I was partially right. Partially right.
Used to tweet thank you to the people that bought things off her Amazon wish list, like a
The hell
Dyson
is this?
vacuum.
Dyson
There's no question
vacuum.
about it. This VTuber is going to land himself in
It's kind
more
of a base
controversies with the
wish list
things they
item.
say. But once again, if any of you are salivating over her, you have a problem.
So
now
true.
I've shown you two VTubers, one that definitely did not deserve the hate, and one that received hate due to
Is
their
it
own
fruit
antics.
time?
But now it's time to show you one that is in the middle.
Oh
and be warned,
boy, I feel like the chat might be very, very split on this one. We seem to have some Shondo fans in here, and you heard what she just said. So depending what you believe, I think I know your stance.
you may need to use your brain to develop your own conclusion here.
What the?
So before I even go into this situation, I'm going to address the 44 Magnum that is pressed in the direction of my prostate, and that is, in my opinion, and don't get too angry over this, I think cheating bad.
So
I know,
true.
Revolutionary
Such a bold
opinion
statement.
here, but I think both people involved in this situation did something wrong. But
Probably
anyway,
so true.
Apricot or Froot is a literally...
I'll be real with you. I don't even know what's the truth in this story. I really have no idea. But if she did cheat in any capacity, insert Shondo clip.
YouTuber that debuted back in November of 2020 and is British.
Let us commence forth.
And she is not Sea Dog.
British.
One of my people, but we will not be biased here. And she saw a lot of success. But one thing that was always following her around was her past relationship and husband.
How'd they even
And she
find
got
this?
married very young. And the husband has been following and accusing her of this constantly. And this accusation was that she cheated on him whilst he was on deployment.
Alright, let me read. Let me read fully. I assume this is from him. It's not. I don't even know. Anyway. So pretty soon, Apricot and Sync's Patchworks is closing down. We'll be having a closeout sale soon to go with it. Reason for that is our resident artist, BSA Apricot, my wife, decided to cheat on me with another man while I was deployed overseas this past year. I was unable to provide the love and care she needed because I myself was going through tough times because of the army. So she found it elsewhere and continues to take advantage of everyone that flocks into her general direction. She got rid of that man after he bought her gifts, and I'm sure there will be others. I found out because that man came forward to me with evidence because he did not know. She had lied to him about our relationship status. So props to that man. There are still good people in this world. Anyways, if you're planning on buying anything right now, don't. Until the sale gets posted, pick related. Now, this might just be the American in me. And if he's not American, I take it back. But like a British woman cheating on an American troop? We can't allow that, fellas. Unacceptable. And cheating is bad enough, but a British woman cheating on one of our veterans? Unacceptable.
He was in the military. Now, there is no hard evidence that she actually cheated, except from the husband basically following
I don't know,
around
Mario. He
trying
called
to
her
get everyone
British.
to know she did it on Facebook of all places. But he followed her around for years with his
And like, I'm
accusation.
half memeing, but I genuinely do feel terrible for the army men out there who get cheated on all the time. Like, that's crazy. That's beyond crazy work, you know?
And it only really picked up steam recently when videos started arising basically calling out Froot, like the Depressed News Saggy video, because she has done a lot of shady stuff in the past. But most of those videos centered around the cheating allegation, and arguably it may be because of these videos, she decided it was time to finally respond in a twit longer. Not even a twit longer, it was a Bible. 90 pages showing she was in
90.
an abusive relationship.
Well, I guess like her, I guess her career's on the line, so like it makes sense. That'd be 90 pages deep. Really, what I remember from this is like the Asmongold drama that came from it. Not even the Froot drama of Froot's own drama.
Times he was trying to force sexual acts on her, and if she wouldn't do said acts, would say he would cheat on her or end his own life. Now, still, there is no hard proof she cheated, but there is
Anyone who says, like, if you don't fill in the blank, I'm going to unalive myself is like literally one of the worst people alive. So I hate both is basically what I'm saying.
Proof that he was abusive, with the screenshots of the Facebook messages, and the fact in his initial statement accusing her of this, he says he wasn't the best of people. But basically, there is no hard evidence she cheated. She does not mention it throughout the document. But if true, I think they both did something wrong. One was supposedly abusive and supposedly cheated before, and one cheated whilst their partner was actively deployed, with them saying they couldn't leave them because they were afraid of leaving. That's really where these situations should have ended. There's no further evidence. But no, she got a lot more hate for this, due to the fact nobody actually read the document.
Except Mario in chat.
To it on
Here it
stream,
is.
who only looked at the responses summarized in the document on the side of the husband.
There were apparently a dozen or so people that actually read all 90 pages, and after they looked into it, they found out that in fact she was the one that had cheated on her husband while he was on deployment. So if you look at the engagements here, let's read some of these, and I'd be pretty mad too if my wife fucked 5 different men instead of me. She put out a twit longer begging for attention and looking for you know, approval.
That clip has since been removed from YouTube, but you can say it still did a lot of damage. You had WestJet, which did
It really did do a ton of damage, because this is like mainly what I knew of it. And then like I went looking for the doc and stuff, then I saw it was 90 and I was like, I'm good. I'ma head out. I never watched Froot. I don't plan to watch Froot anyway. I'm good.
more of the same.
Your husband who's there in Afghanistan fighting for the country? A loser.
But later removed the video when it was proved he was wrong. Just a little side note, I've still not forgiven you, WestJet. Guy watched one video I did and started using the same outro music as me. I'm meant to be doing the colonizing here, not you. I still watch his videos.
That's
and then
funny.
you want Turkey Tom kind of like bashing everyone for not looking at the document. He was the one that called out WestJet, and probably the only one that read the...
Dude, you know what, man? I have like a couple videos on Turkey Tom on my main channel. This guy gets so much hate, and listen, I understand why. I get why you would hate him, but he is very good at what he does. He is very good at compiling information. Does he throw in edgy jokes here and there? Yes, of course. Does he say the N-word when he plays Fortnite? Yes. But if you're looking for a drama Andy, this dude really does compile the information very well.
Whole document, but Froot did get a lot of backlash for this. Even if it was not confirmed she cheated or not, she still received a lot of hate for the advertisement it was true. But once again, if everything said was true by the husband and Froot, once again both parties did do something wrong. But this was blown out of proportion and she received a lot more hate due to the fact people didn't actually read the document.
Damn, here I was minding my own business, just enjoying my Second Amendment rights, and you people have to freak out on me.
So in conclusion, some VTubers get hate for simply being VTubers,
Boo.
some for their actions whilst being a VTuber,
Yeah.
and some outside of being a VTuber. But obviously if you have more than one functioning brain cell, you should judge these people based on their actions and their behavior, and not just blindly hate somebody. But that's all I had to
So
say,
true.
and bye-bye.
Alright, that was a pretty damn good video. Shout out Royalty is here. I loved it. I love Ironmouse. I hate Gumpai, and Fruit's irrelevant. Like my video. It helps a lot. I'm an infant. Flower. Hopefully you like me.